Thanksgiving. The room smelled like roasted turkey and cheap wine. Laughter echoed off the walls, too loud, too rehearsed. Then my sister stood, glass in hand, smile sharp enough to cut skin. "We voted," she said, pausing for dramatic effect, "and you're not family anymore." Applause. Actual applause. My mother clapped the hardest. I didn't flinch, didn't ask why. I just let the weight of her words hang there until the room quieted. Then I laughed. Soft, almost kind. Then I guess you won't need this." I slid a plain manila folder across the table. It stopped in front of her wine glass. She frowned, opened it. The moment her eyes hit the first page, her breath caught. By the second page, her hands started to shake. By the third, she was screaming. I didn't always hate her. When we were kids, she was the one who walked me to school, sat on my bed during storms, told me I was her favorite person in the world. I believed her. Even in adulthood, I defended her. The missing rent money? She's just having a rough month. The lies she told our parents about me? She's stressed. But then I saw the message she sent to my boss, feeding him false accusations that got me fired from the company I'd built my career in for 10 years. I didn't confront her. Not then. The final crack came 6 months later, after Dad died. His will was clear. Everything split equally between us. But when the lawyer opened the estate accounts, my share had vanished. Wire transfers, forged signatures, her. I remember the day I knew for certain. I called her, voice steady, asking if she'd seen the missing money. She laughed. "Guess you should have checked your bank security, genius." It was then I stopped being her sister. I became her shadow. I didn't scream. I didn't post about it online. Instead, I studied her, quietly. She'd brag about how her real estate deals were booming. I dug into them. Shell companies, unpaid taxes, transactions that could be traced right back to the accounts she stole from me. I hired a forensic accountant, paid him in cash. I made copies of everything. Not just the theft from Dad's estate, credit card fraud, tax evasion, a forged signature on a mortgage. The kind of crimes that didn't just ruin reputations, they ended lives. She thought she'd buried her tracks deep. She didn't know I'd been watching for years. 2 weeks before Thanksgiving, I sent anonymous tips to the State Revenue Department and the IRS. They needed time to work, so I bided mine. Thanksgiving was perfect. The whole family together, her audience. She liked to humiliate me in front of them. She didn't know I'd chosen that day for a reason. When she read the documents in that folder, she saw everything. Bank statements, property deeds with forged signatures, a letter from the IRS's Criminal Investigations Division addressed to her, still sealed. I'd intercepted it from her mailbox. Her voice cracked. What is this?" I leaned back in my chair, still holding my wine. "Evidence," I said, "enough to make sure you'll be spending the next decade somewhere with metal bars." She stood, knocking over her chair. "This is fake! It's already in the hands of people who don't care if you think it's fake." My tone didn't rise. I didn't need it to. My mother looked between us, panic in her eyes. "What is going on?" "You voted me out of the family," I said, "so this isn't your problem anymore." The beauty of revenge isn't the moment they scream. It's the moment they realize it's too late. That folder wasn't even the real weapon. The real weapon was the timing. As she stood there, shaking, her phone buzzed. Over and over. I knew who it was, her assistant, telling her that state agents had just arrived at her office with boxes and warrants. I finished my wine, pushed my chair back, and stood. "Happy Thanksgiving," I said, walking toward the door. She called after me. My name, begging now, but I didn't turn. 2 months later, she was indicted on 6 counts of fraud and tax evasion. The family didn't invite me to Christmas that year, or the year after. I didn't mind. I'd rather eat alone than break bread with people who cheer while they cut you out. Funny thing is, they still blame me for destroying her. But the truth? I didn't destroy her. She just finally met someone who knew how to take her game and end it. For good.